go. No doubt.
Welcome back to another episode, Blasian Soul Podcast.
No doubt. No doubt. Back again every Wednesday. Once again, highlighting community leaders, role models, entrepreneurs, shedding light on the Black and Asian community, and having a little fun.
Hopefully everyone's staying warm.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
It is. So some school districts had kind of closed too.
They say at one point it was negative 17 to negative 20.
Wow.
That's ridiculous. That is insane. So, yeah, everybody keep warm. If you know anybody out there who is struggling with the cold, they do have warming centers, but everybody kind of look out for everybody. Along with the pandemic, we got blistering cold.
Yes.
So, everybody look out for everybody.
Definitely.
How is everybody doing? Another week. We're trying to get through this pandemic. One topic that I did want to touch upon is, and usually we get a lot of people who respond when they stream the show when they're at work, or they have another point in time that they can kind of sit down and actually listen to the podcast, and then they kind of give us answers to a lot of stuff that we ask. A lot of companies now, I hear, when they're interviewing candidates, one of the questions that they ask is whether or not you're vaccinated. So that's a question that I have mixed feelings on. First of all, I understand their premise of they want to keep everybody safe, and that tends to have a lot to do with people catching it or not, even though you still can catch it if you do have the vaccination. But on the other hand, it's a privacy issue as to where you should be required to give that information. So what do you guys think? Shoot us an email, go on our Facebook account, let us know what you guys think. But it's a subject that I think is going to get more prevalent as time goes by. So something to kind of take a look at.
Awesome. All right. So speaking of looking out for your neighbors.
This is perfect. First of all,
you didn't even plan that.
Our guest, this is perfect timing.
Yes.
We have our guest coming in because she is a tax expert.
Mm-hmm.
And all y'all out there waiting on that tax check.
Oh, yeah. You want your tax.
Man, I know some people who get paid.
I know,
around
right?
Tax time, 7, 8, 9 grand. I ain't never
Must
seen
be
that.
nice.
But yeah, we have someone who is a tax expert.
Yes.
Who's going to give you a little bit of tips, but she's also an entrepreneur. She actually owns her own business. So I thought that's perfect timing. My wife did a good job.
That's my girl. All right. So we welcome you today. Dekovia Livingston. She is the founder of Free For You Services, and she will be speaking tonight to show us and share with us how we could get free tax services. So we welcome Dekovia.
Hello, guys.
Hello. We are excited to learn how you can help our listeners get more money in their pockets.
Yes.
Or at least stay on the good side of the IRS.
Yes.
Definitely.
Don't have a man come knocking at your door. Do not. Because they will. And they'll leave you a card if you're not home. They'll leave a card letting you know they were there.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Now, for all our listeners out there, tell us what you do. What's your specialty?
So I am a tax accounting. So I do personal and business taxes. I also help small businesses with their startups. I also help them with building your business credit. To try to keep yourself separate from your business. I think that's the best way to go. It's not easy for a lot of people, but a lot of people feel that if they're an LLC, to stay linked to their business, I say separate it. Keep your personal life separate from that business. Just in case anything happens, you still have your personal life, or anything happen in your personal, you still have your business. You still have something.
Yes.
But the whole ship not going down.
Right. I love it.
Makes
We're excited to learn more about that too. That's awesome.
Now, what got you started in this endeavor that you have? Did you always like numbers when you were growing up as a kid? How did it come about?
So growing up, that was my punishment. If I got in trouble, I had to do arithmetic.
Oh,
So I had to do pages and pages of multiplication.
oh my goodness.
Mm,
Oh
mm,
my goodness.
I grew up liking it.
Yeah.
I tried to go to college for it when I got out of school, but they FAFSAs wasn't around back in the 90s. So 1990, you would have to have gotten a loan. Parents made too much money, so I didn't qualify for the free grants. But they didn't want the loan because of the financial burden on it. So I tried to work part time and pay for the classes on my own. That didn't work. So I went back to school. I went back when I was like 28, and I hit the ground and kept going. I think I went in for my I have a bachelor's in electrical engineering, so I went in for that. And once I graduated with my associates, I graduated in June. Started with my bachelor's in August. So I didn't have to wait. It was like all year program. And then once I graduated with my bachelor's that June, I started August with my master's. And it just kept going. I think I got addicted to school and I just
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So what did you get your master's in?
Business management. And then I got a second master's in business science.
It's time for the PhD.
That's what everyone keeps pushing. And I'm like,
Goodness.
I think I got addicted to school and it's time for me to stop.
And now you're educating others. How awesome.
I am and becoming Sally Mae's best friend.
Let's not even talk about student loans, okay? I'm dang near 50. I'm still paying off my student loans.
Yeah, student loans. It's like a mortgage sometimes.
I think mine is more than mortgage.
Right.
I could have went to law school or been a brain surgeon. What I owe, but hey.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, when you after all is said and done, when you look back, you're like, man, I could have bought a couple of rental properties.
I could have if I was, had someone that like myself to push me when I was younger. But you don't have those resources because a lot of people either don't know or they just didn't want to share back then. I think people are now getting more adapted to sharing what they have. But back in the 90s, early 2000s, you had to really know someone
to get that information.
Yeah.
Correct. So I just created my own path.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but yet and still, I hear people a lot say, you don't have to go to college to be successful and stuff like that. And that is true. You do not have to go to college to be successful. But
it helps.
Yeah, I grew up in college.
Yes, he did.
From where I was going to starting out in college to where I finished, completely different person.
Yeah.
So not only does it teach you the necessary information for whatever industry that you're going into or modality, but it also kind of learns you how to do deductive reasoning and come at different problems in different ways. It gives you that experience. So I hear all the time on social media how, just go to a trade school. And there's nothing wrong with that, but believe me, college is more than just learning facts.
Right. So I feel the same way, but a lot of people, you don't have to go to college to be successful. What you need is a drive.
Right.
And a lot of people don't have that drive. People are frustrated. Situations come up and a lot of people don't know how to deal with this situation. So the first thing they do is throw in a towel, they give up, like, I'm done. Right. They get overwhelmed easy, but you just have to breathe. And if you don't have that support system, either find it or become your own support system. You got to talk to yourself, because I talk to myself every day in the mirror. I'm my own best friend. I think I'm the coolest person I know.
But that's good though, because you all, that's all you got. That's what you got.
So how did you get from multiple degrees in business management and the business field to moving more into tax and accounting and things of that nature?
So what pushed me is when I got my electrical engineering degree, 9/11 hit. So every job in the engineering field was outsourced. the factories were closing. So it was hard, very hard. I'm like, I got this degree and I can't go anywhere with it because every factory closed or they outsourced to another country. So it's based on a who you know type situation, or they were only wanted people with experience. But if you're a college kid and just finished, you don't have that, real world experience. You only have the book. Right. So they wouldn't accept that. So I switched gears and got my MBA in something different. I think I was just playing around with taxes, and a lot of people kept asking me. I was like, I think I can make some money on this. Let me see how I can get this started. So I'm the type of person, I'll go hard or go home. I don't have to do nothing. So when I started to get into it, I was like, I wonder what does H&R Block do? So what I did, I pretended like I wanted to work for them. So, they sent me to a little training class, a little espionage, and asked questions about how they get this research and how did you get that software and how did you get that bank product. So I found out how they did it and then found my own.
Wow.
Every advertisement, everything they do, I do because I dug until I found how they did it.
Yeah.
And who they reached out to. And it's the people are out there. You just got to know where to Google and what to Google. And you'll find all the companies that actually offer to Jackson Hewitt, Liberty Tax, H&R Block. So as soon as you email one company, the internet start sending you emails from everybody. So I'm started getting, questions and requests from other companies trying to sell me their product. Then I started finding more of how they get their stuff. And I just got it all. I was like, I want this, and this.
Nice.
And they make it easy for you to sign up for. Since we made it easy for you to sign up, okay, so I'm going to launch my business. It's going to be small, but it's going to be comparable to theirs.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you have to make yourself comparable and compatible. If you're trying to start a business, you just can't go in and say, I'm gonna make this money and go buy a pair of shoes or outfit. You got to keep going with it.
Yeah.
You got to make your resources work. Yeah. But yeah, people laugh at me and say, you always doing something. You don't sit down. Like, I am a go hard to go home. I don't have to do nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and that's what spearheaded that, a single mom having 2 kids. Trying to pay back that student loan, working wasn't the only thing that was able to, keep food in the house and your bills paid. I had to figure out a way to have 1, 2, 3, 4 incomes as possible in the house just to, sustain.
Right.
And, when I started off, I started talking to different people. My daughter danced, so she danced at the Park Districts in Chicago, going to practice, talking to the moms, got to the clients. Being real sociable, being a butterfly. They started referring other people, and it just jumped. So I jumped from having the first year I had maybe like 12 clients, and then it just kept doubling because people kept referring. And then I built a referral program, and that took off completely.
Wow.
And so, so I went from 10, 12 clients to now I got over 300.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thanks. Good for you. So now, how long have you been in your office in Elgin?
So I got there by just by chance. COVID hit, so I couldn't do home base anymore because I had grandbabies here, and I couldn't have people coming in the house because of the virus. So I was like, I have to get a brick and mortar. I have to be out the house. And then when I got out the house and got my brick and mortar, here come people that wants to sell you things, and people started walking around seeing other businesses they can try to sell stuff to. So whenever they came to my office, they talked to me and like, oh, I know this person, and somebody else would come. Oh, I know this person. And then I started networking, started meeting people. Then I met you.
Yeah. So we both sociable.
Yes, I just started popping up everywhere. If someone invite me, I'm there.
Yes,
I'll do it. People like, why you do it? Because are you getting paid? It's not all about money. It's about your connections and your network. Exactly. I don't get paid for everything. I say my connections and my network are more valuable than someone.
Your network is your net worth.
Correct.
That is what I've been told.
Yes.
Network is your net worth. Yeah.
So I just started spearheading. I got invited to be on the city board, and then the chambers came to me about 4 months ago, like, would you like to be on our board? Yes.
Nice. That's awesome.
If you ask me, yes. If the CEO
Yes.
asks me
What
to
else
be
do you
there, yes, I'll do
Right,
it.
right.
I mean,
Right.
can you come to the radio station? Yes. Hey,
Can you come on tonight? Yes.
yes.
Am I gonna be
I'll
on
give
video? Yes.
I'll be a whack-a-mole. I'm going to pop up wherever you invite me.
I love it. But that's how you get exposure, though.
Yes. Yeah.
And you know, with you being a service provider, you are your brand. So that's important for people to know you.
Yes.
And so getting yourself out there
Mhm.
is important as well. So
Of course.
So tell us about your business, Free for You Services. What
So
is
Free
that
for You
about?
Services is a non-for-profit I started last year. Just thinking about, so my clients and at my office, I hate to see people that have to pay the IRS and then you still have to pay for someone to help you out. So a lot of my clients, some I give in-house grants to, so I wouldn't charge them if I know that, you know, because I hate when you have to pay the IRS and now you have to pay me, or they might be struggling. So I just throw them a bone and help them out. Me growing up being a single mom, a lot of resources I didn't have because people wanted you to pay for it, you know?
Sure.
And it's like, you can't get it if you don't have the money,
Yep.
but you
Right.
need it to be able to get that job or, you know, do what you have to do so you can take care of your kids. So it was like a catch-22. And I always thought people can have this. All somebody has to do is say, here, you can have it. It all took someone to say, here, there you go. You know, I'm not going to hurt. And so I just figured out, you know, why not open up a tax center slash growth center, as you might call it, to help people out, help you with your resume, help you learn how to negotiate a salary, and learn how, because everyone don't know that you can negotiate a salary. I didn't know that.
And they don't know you can do that either.
Correct. So,
like,
you know,
okay,
settle with that. You know, a lot of people have to learn how to interview so they can get that job. So you won't get frustrated that you didn't get it. Learning how to budget, learn how to get your credit okay, learn how to you know, just get yourself over
the necessary skills that you don't learn in school, the life skills,
correct,
the survival skills.
correct, right? Because they even stopped teaching you how to write cursive. My son does not know how to write cursive.
I know, I heard that too.
I haven't seen my son write anything in forever. Everything is tablet or computer. Right?
Yes.
Only when he says, I want money or something. He'll know how to write the dollar sign.
My son is 23. And every time he goes somewhere, they're like, that's his signature? Yes, that's his signature.
Wow.
So,
who are the you know, for your services, who is the perfect client, or who do you feel needs your help the most? What is your most consistent clientele?
So I wouldn't say there's one group that needs me. I think everyone needs it. You can make $150,000 a year and still need to learn certain skills. You might need to learn how to budget. Yeah. You might make that money and don't have anything to show for it because you blew it. You might have a habit, or, you know, just don't manage your money well.
Right.
So, for example, I've noticed what bugs me is I see a lot of people in the restaurant business, the hostesses, the bartenders, the waitresses. They always claiming that they're broke. And I'm like, man, that's sad. They're so broke. They're starving. So, you know, I got bored. So I decided to I went and applied at the bar and I got a job. So I bartended and I waited tables. And do you know that's the funnest job I ever had?
Really?
And the most lucrative job I've ever had. And I said, how are they broke?
Right.
What? Do you know it would take me or a normal person to work 80 hours to make the money they make in 25 hours?
No doubt.
Definitely.
No doubt.
But they're broke because it's cash in your pocket. You know, if you don't put that money in the bank, you're finna spend it here and here and here and here. Everywhere you stop,
That's true.
cashing out. And so now you don't have any money. So you will be broke if you're spending your money because it's sitting there and you're not putting it in the bank.
Right.
But they make a lot of money.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah.
So, but Our ideal client will be, for the taxes, you have to make less than $58,000 for you to get your taxes done for
To
free.
get it free.
Correct. But there's no income limit for the other workshops that we are hosting.
Okay.
But because the Vita Center is partnering with the IRS, these are their regulations. So they keep it for, households that make under $58,000.
Right.
So if you make under $58,000, you can get your taxes done for free. It's for seniors. It's for the disabled. We're open 5 days a week. Tuesday through Thursday, we're open from 11 to 5. On Friday, we're 8 to 6. On Saturdays, we're open from 10:30 to 3.
Okay.
And so I partnered with the downtown Elgin Library. So they're hosting my tax center there on Thursdays and Saturdays. So they do Thursday nights and early Saturdays also. For people that might be close, they don't want to come to the center or they're used to coming to the library, they can come there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very cool. So when will you start having the free services, like the other stuff?
So the classes or the tax service?
The classes too.
So the classes, I'm gonna start in booking the classes or promoting them for February. So we was gonna start this month, but I caught COVID Christmas, so I was down for like the first 2 weeks of January, and then the other instructors caught COVID, so we had to push everything back.
Yeah.
Now the library is closed because of COVID. They don't want in-person services, so we just pushed the classes back to February.
Okay.
So everyone's okay, and we have a schedule of which classes are going to be on which days, and I'm going to post them. You can go on our website and you can see which classes available, and so you can book. We're also offering services for the students to help with their FAFSA, because I do that a lot with my clients' children. All right, so they're having a little technical difficulties, so I'll just continue. So, so you can visit our website, freeforyouservices.org. You can see the schedule of the classes. Feel free to go on and look at it and book your class. Come in and learn how to do Microsoft, learn how to do Word, PowerPoint, Excel. Sign up for a class, learn how to budget. You can sign up for a class for credit repair, get your credit okay so you can get started. Maybe you have a home that you want to purchase. Maybe you just want to get your life right. Maybe you just want to get a better rate on your insurance. Maybe refinance that student loan, because we all have that student loan that is kicking our butts. You can learn how to negotiate a salary. Say you have a new job that you want to apply for, and there's a salary that you want. There's techniques. You just can't go in and say, hey, I want this, and someone's going to say no. So there's techniques to an approach to trying to get the salary you need. You catch more flies with honey than vinegar. And you also learn how to interview, so you can, be confident and know how to articulate yourself and talk about your skills so you can land that job and get that resume to match the interview that you're going to, so you can land and get that job that you are looking for or applying for. And also students, if you're heading in for the spring, summer, or the fall, you can also come in. I can help you with your FAFSA. That's free. So if I know the FAFSA offices at the universities get crowded, they get backed up, you have to make an appointment. Just call us, come on down there, and I'll help you with your FAFSA. As long as you have your parents' tax information, we can get into the site, Easy peasy done.
That's so awesome.
Now let me tell you, because she ain't gonna tell you.
What?
You did great continuing the conversation. My beautiful wife, who I love and is a brilliant young lady, did not plug in the laptop.
Oh.
So we had a complete system failure right there. But we got back. He was still talking. Nobody would have known. So I thought I would say that and bust her out like that just because. Okay, just to let everybody know.
Because that's what he does.
No doubt. No doubt.
They will always put us on blast.
Yeah, I know. You know, this is another jokester right here, but
well, hey, I got you. Y'all, hey,
he does it on the
y'all
slide.
know, y'all give us heck. So
we have to give that to you because you deserve it.
Yes.
I see.
Exactly.
We need to have you guys on one of our couple podcasts because it gets interesting. It really does.
Yeah.
Now, someone who is going to college or starting off in college, as far as financial aid and how you go about it from a financial standpoint, do you have any advice? Because when I first got to college, they threw money at me. Here, take this money, take this grant, take this, you know what I'm saying, without me knowing the repercussions.
So you have to
I mean,
back.
when I walked in the door my first day, Discover was there giving me $1,000 credit card. So are there any tips that you have for first-time students who's coming in kind of wide-eyed and bushy-tailed?
So I'm just going to tell you this. I was born in the 70s. And
me too.
I'm one of the mothers that that's not traditional. I'm somebody that they probably will be hitting that 911 button on. I don't hit my kids, but I will check you real quick. So my kids, and I'm real with them. And I have two. I have a daughter and I have a son. The first thing I told them, you better not touch those credit cards. You better not. Number two, and I told my daughter, don't let me find out you the campus whore.
Hey,
like
fact of life. Fact of life.
Let me just write. So let me just tell you. So they were like, "Mom, you're crazy." I'm not crazy. I'm just being real with you.
Right.
So they don't have credit cards. So what I've done to help them out, I added them as authorizers on my credit cards to help build their credit up.
Yep.
Because I don't want them, because no one told me, because I got myself in trouble with credit cards when I turned 20, because I thought I was doing, he got some extra money, not knowing you don't have enough to pay it back.
Right. Exactly.
So so they don't have credit cards and they better not. It's not a smart move to get a credit card if you can't afford it to pay it back. You can't go Gucci Louie up your credit card. Now you got to pay that bill and you can't. So another thing I found out, the campus apartments are way cheaper than the dorms. I know you have to be in a dorm in your freshman, sophomore year. But when my daughter became a junior, I had to get an apartment on campus because it's way cheaper. So if she's spending $4,000 a year to live in an apartment versus $16,000 a semester to the college, I was like, that's ridiculous. And then my son went to college, so I made him. He was a sophomore. He had to be in the dorm. I was like, nope, you're about to be her roommate. You don't have to worry about nobody rent not being paid. I know your mother. I know your mother. So if there's an issue, I know who mama to go to.
Right.
No doubt.
So that's one of the expenses I was able to chisel down when my kids got in college. That dorm expense. Saving up for the food, just helping out as much as I can when they need it. I mean, a lot of people feel when their kids turn 18, oh, I'm done. No, you're not done.
No,
you're not done until your kids get some sense. They might be 30 when they get some sense, but you're not done until they get some sense. And I tell my kids, I tell my kids, I'm gonna keep my hands on you till I know you know how to do what you got to do and do it right. So I'm always tell you you're wrong. I'm always tell you that's not what you're supposed to do. I don't care. I get on your nerves, but what you do reflects me. And if you're out there being an idiot, then I'm an idiot. I'm not an idiot. So you have to. I don't know. A lot of people just you can't give up on them because they turned 18. They still need guidance. They still need help. They don't know what they're doing all the time, especially with finances, especially with their life. You have to allow them to make their mistakes, but don't be so out of the loop that they screw themselves.
Right.
But
that's true.
Yeah,
so
but
where are they going now?
so they're out of school. My kids are.
Oh, they're done now.
Girl, I'm old. I just don't look it. I'm right now planning my 50th birthday party.
That's awesome.
That's
And
what's
when
up.
is your birthday?
So I'll be 50 next June. So but
okay.
I'm planning now because I want to at a venue. And, everyone's coming out of COVID. Here come
Yeah.
all the weddings. So let me book my venue before somebody's wedding take my spot.
Right.
Sure.
So yeah. So
Sure, you'll be doing it big.
oh, yes, it's gonna be a black tie ball.
I'm sure.
You don't think Michelle Obama is in town. It's just
Yep.
me turning 50.
Exactly.
So, but that's a savings on college. Get them out them dorms. Help them get those apartments. It's way cheaper.
Don't
Make
buy
sure
your
that
books. Don't buy your books from the bookstore. Get them
no, and no one told me that you can go on Amazon or go buy some used books from one of the stores that they're selling it because I found out that they repurpose the books or resell them at a higher price because they change a page.
Yes.
It's the same book, but now I got to spend $400 on this book. If I sell it back, you give me $75.
Right.
I get more value out of a car. I only had this book. They only had the book for 6 months.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So I mean, it's ridiculous, but the universities are getting over. You just got to find a way to cut that cost. Get as many scholarships and grants as you can. But yeah, that's it. Don't take so many classes. Don't try to be the person that has to have 19 credit hours in the semester.
Right.
You don't have to overwhelm yourself or try to beat someone because, I understand you want to be smart. You want to have this career, but you don't know the financial repercussions behind you getting that because, trust me, that student loan bill, it is not pretty to look at.
Not pretty to look at.
Not.
Oh,
And
both of us have that.
If you fall behind, you'll screw yourself even more because you can't get a home loan. No one will give you a home loan because you defaulted on a federal loan.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fallback on those loans. Once they start garnishing, it's not like a regular garnishment. They keep going until it's all paid.
Right.
And there's no negotiating.
Right.
Exactly.
So so you have to be real careful with them. Make sure you either pay them or talk to them. If they say something to you, if you're having a hard time like the IRS, say something. But the IRS, people are afraid of IRS. They actually are like teddy bears. You can negotiate with them, but you have to say something. If you ghost them and don't say anything, that's what makes them mad, and that's when they come after you.
Yeah.
So if you're having trouble, just talk to them. Say, I can't pay this. They'll either put you on a payment plan or something, but they will always negotiate and help you out.
Right.
And you don't have to be afraid to talk to them because they don't want to put you in a hole. They'll help you out. You just have to ask for it.
Yeah.
Sure.
So then sometimes take as little as $50 a month. Just say something.
Right.
Yep.
So you being in the financial industry, as well as being a woman of color, do you think that there is discrepancies or there are barriers for people of color, either in the past or now, that hinders us? Or do you believe that it is our education from a financial standpoint that hinders us more?
You know what? I really haven't found any proof if there's something that hinders us when it comes to finances. I know we're not making it as the other races are making it.
Sure.
There's opportunities that we're not given. I know that because I've seen it. I haven't firsthand experienced someone discriminating against me. Well, I take that back. I did, but I didn't know she was discriminating against me until a couple of years later. I was like, wait a minute. Because this lady literally got me fired after I've been at this job for like 2 days. And her excuse was she was eating chips at her desk.
Wow.
Like, what? But she didn't see me when someone else hired me. She was out of town. When she came in, she was my manager. and she seen me. She wouldn't give me a key to the washroom. I'll
Wow.
just knock on the glass door and someone could open it. It's like, but I'm the only one sitting over here. So if I'm outside and I'm knocking on a glass window for someone to let me in, let me in. So, but I know that there are discriminations when it comes to from men versus women. I know that they are being paid more only because someone accidentally dropped some paperwork and I was being nosy to see what they made versus what a female counterpart made. And I'm like,
Mhm.
this is so
Yeah, it's wrong.
it don't
Yeah.
make sense. But I know there are opportunities that we don't have, that the others don't have.
Mm.
But that's why I say I make my own path.
Right.
Sure.
People
Exactly.
tell me no, and I don't really like no. So I
Mhm.
found me a yes.
Right. Find a different route.
Correct.
Different route.
Yeah, they would try to stop you, but you have to not allow that. Don't let it frustrate you. Just find you another route.
Yes.
Now, what do you think of, and this is bounced back and forth, about the notion of forgiving um, student loans or a portion of student loans that Biden, I won't say he promised, but he did put that into his campaign that that's something that he would take a look at. A lot of people, number one, say, well, it won't benefit all of Americans because all of Americans didn't go to college, number one. And number two, people who have paid off their student loan will feel slighted to some degree if this does come to fruition. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I feel like there's opportunities for everyone. There's some things that I can't get that somebody else can get,
Mhm.
and there's some things that they can get that I can't get.
Right.
Sure.
Everything is not meant for everyone, and every
Right.
timeline is not meant for everybody. So I think their forgiveness, because of the qualifications, it overlooks me because I believe it's for student loans that are under 50,000.
Mhm. Mm-hmm.
But I did qualify for a program a couple of years ago that they had that erased maybe like 26,000 from the balance. But
Wow.
the new program that they're talking about, I believe, is for student loans that are $50,000 and less.
Oh, okay.
So there's pros and cons, but you never know what else might come out.
Sure.
So you just sit back and just wait and see if somebody might complain enough where they say, okay, we'll raise the limits or we'll do something else.
Mhm.
But I don't think they're putting this guidelines to erase people of color, because
Right.
there's more other races that went to college that have huge bills, doctors, lawyers,
Yep.
or just people that were just messing around in college and messing up their financially.
Mhm.
Um, I think he should raise it, but you never know what else might happen. So
Right. And my thought is the same thing with anything else that you help someone less fortunate is that I don't qualify for food stamps, but I
Right.
don't get mad at someone else who qualifies for that because obviously there's some type of financial position that they're in where they need that. So I kind of look at it on that basis is that if someone actually needs that, why would I stop that because of my own personal situation?
So I look at it. I look at it like so. You have to think of the qualifications. I don't think they know the qualifications in order to get that, and what they have to go through in order to get that.
Right.
So if you don't know the backside, you can't get mad because someone gets food stamps. So
Right.
do you really want to be low income just so you can get some free food?
Exactly.
Right.
So do you really not want to have the money to pay for do what you have to do? Do you really want to stay nitpicking, going through your bank statements, going through your financials, ask you all these personal questions? The questions that they ask
Oh
to give
yeah.
you food stamps are so embarrassing.
Yes.
It's humiliating.
Right.
Why would you ask me? They would literally ask you, when's the last time you had sex with your kid's father? That's
Are
one of
you
the questions.
serious? That
Yes.
is not one of the questions.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Trust me, I was a single mother back in the 90s. I know the questions that they asked you.
Wow.
What?
That is insane.
You want food stamps that bad, you have to answer your sex questions.
Are you
Right.
serious?
That is insane. I did not
Yes.
know. That's crazy.
Wow.
That is insane.
So, hey, but people need to think about what they're asking for. Everything is not meant for you. Do you really want to go through that just to get that?
Right.
Exactly.
Even like I think Section 8 is a good thing, but they scrutinize you and go through you like a fine. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's like, do you really want to save money on rent. Well, you
Mhm.
really don't have to, but you just want to,
Right.
just to go have someone literally examine you
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
because they can, because they can take care of you.
Right.
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 Right. Wow. That is yeah, that's crazy. I would be offended if someone
Right.
asked me that from a professional standpoint.
Mhm.
Yeah, because they want to know how closer you are, and do you still have contact? But if you still have contact because you're still having sex with him, do you need our money? That's their concept of asking those questions. They want to see, do you still are you getting money? Do you really need us?
Right. Right. Wow. Wow. That's eye
Then,
opening there.
then you back in the day when you got the money, you had to go through classes. Now, if you're in school, why do I have to sit through your classes just for you to get a
Right.
financial step up?
Right. For a couple of $100 in food stamps, why do I have to go to a class for that?
You are their dancing monkey. You got to do whatever they say.
Wow.
Ooh,
That is
yeah.
insane. And
Yeah.
you're going to keep people away from that situation, though. It's your business. You're going to keep people away from being financially dependent.
We're gonna try.
And
Okay.
help
We're
people.
gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna try. Laura's gonna help us too. She's gonna help us with those resumes
Mhm.
and get these Microsoft Word and Excel classes going. The salary negotiation and interview classes. We're trying to help. While these jobs are needing employees,
Sure.
try to get people out there in the market.
Yeah. And they have to put in the effort, and they have to want the help and come in.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like they
Mhm.
have to put in the footwork too
Yeah.
in order to get to a better stage of their life if that's what they want to do, just like we all had to.
Correct.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. So tell people if they feel that they need your services, if they feel that they really need your help, what are the best ways to contact you?
You can walk into the center. We're there Tuesday through Saturday. You can call or email us. We'll respond right back. And
What's the address?
675 Tollgate Road, Suite Letter J, in Elgin. So we're off Route 31 across the street. I keep telling everyone we're across from Bennigan's, but they're like, where's Bennigan's? Then I'll say, I know Alexander. Like, how does Alexander outbeat Bennigan's? But everyone knows Alexander.
I didn't even know Bennigan's was still open. I ain't been to a Bennigan's in 15 years. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Man, wow.
But everyone used Alexander. I'm like, oh, Alexander's. I was like, okay, well, I'm starting saying like Alexander's and not Bennigan's.
Now, for people who don't live in Elgin, are you still able to help them?
We help anyone that's willing to travel to come to us because we can't come to you. But
you,
we are
you don't
trying
do virtual services.
Well, we are going to try to host some virtual classes, like the financial class can be virtual. There's certain workshops that some people want to also have that can be virtual. But right now, it's in person. It's probably easier to come in and listen to the instructors.
Yep.
We can't go virtual with the Microsoft Word classes. It's easier for the instructor to help you out if you're sitting at the computers.
Sure.
But if they're willing to come, they can. You never know. We might network with someone that might want us to travel and come there and host the class at their site. So, but for right now, coming to our site would be much easier.
Right. That's awesome.
Understandable. Now, do you have final words? I usually call this the 60-second elevator pitch of someone who is thinking that they need. Sometimes people are too proud to take advantage of certain things because they feel like they're failing because they have to seek help. What would you say to those people?
I would say don't think of it as seeking help because this is not the public aid office. This is not the Social Security Board. We are more like a support system. Just come in. We're not going to treat you like you're less. We're going to make sure you get what you need. Your taxes are being done exactly how they would with H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt, Liberty Tax. My other business is just now it's for free. You don't have to pay. It's backed by the IRS. But I would say don't feel like you needed help. It's just a resource.
Right.
You access to different stuff that you might need. That you might need to print out something. You can come to our office, use our computer, and print it out. it's like a community. I wouldn't say a community center, but almost like. Except we don't have a daycare. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we see it.
Now you are what's referred to as a triple crown person because you are a woman of color. First of all, you're a Black person. That's number one. Number two, you're a woman, and number three, you're an entrepreneur. So that's the triple crown. That is something to be applauded. If there are any people out there who are thinking about taking a plunge of being an entrepreneur and kind of venturing out on their own, a lot of times that's a very scary concept because you're kind of like taking a leap of faith.
Right.
So what would you tell someone who is kind of on that edge thinking that they want to do that, but is kind of fearful because it's a big undertaking?
I can't tell you what I do for myself because I take a deep breath and I just jump.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
I've always been a daredevil since I was a kid, but that's me. But if you're thinking about doing it, research it and don't get frustrated and give up too easy. A lot of people do. They get overwhelmed and say, forget it. Or they get discombobulated or complacent, or they feel like, oh, that's too much to do. Don't think of it's too much to do. Just keep doing it because the outcome is going to be tremendous.
Yeah.
Sure.
If you need help, talk to someone.
Right.
But don't give up. don't ever give up on yourself because that is, you if you're starting a business, that is you.
Yeah.
And if you stop it on yourself.
Right.
And I say don't. You have to keep going. You can't be afraid of failing because at least you tried. If someone makes fun of you that whatever you did didn't make it, then that's what you tried.
Right. But you're learning in the process.
Yeah. So don't let no one shame you that whatever you tried didn't make it. Because guess what? You did it. And that's all that counts. You made the effort, you tried it. And then maybe you'll try again. Maybe you won't, but you did it.
Exactly.
Congratulate yourself for doing it.
Without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt. If nothing else, it is an experience in your life that you can look back on and you attempted this. So in any event, never be scared to try new stuff.
Never be afraid of yourself.
Right.
Never, because you with yourself from birth to death.
Right. People may come and go, things may come and go, but you're still there.
You're still there.
You're still there.
Talk to yourself in the mirror. Make yourself your best friend.
She talks about me because she says I'm always talking to myself. She's like, you getting old because you sitting up talking to yourself. I am rationalizing and strategizing with myself. I'm not talking to myself.
Or you'll walk in circles and talk to yourself.
Oh, I do that all the time. I'll be in the kitchen and I would you're mulling ideas. You're putting that brain power together. So you need that motion to get them brain juices flowing.
Right, Laura. He just brainstorming, coming up with that new plan to make you guys millionaires, trying to make millionaires.
Exactly.
Without a doubt.
That's what he's doing.
Y'all crazy. Sweetheart, thank you very much for coming on.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you guys for having me. This was fun.
Yes.
It was some very good information. But more than that, we want to give you your flowers for, like I said, being an entrepreneur, taking that initial step, kind of being a role model of other people who might want to venture into the field or just venture into being an entrepreneur in itself. So with that, we say thank you very much. And we'd love to have you back on. It's tax time now, so all the way up until April 15th.
You're going to be busy?
Yeah, you're going to be.
I am. My kids said that, it's tax season. We got to make an appointment to talk to mom until April. Yes. How busy I get.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, thank you. We would love to have you back on sometime in the future. But once again, thank you very much for taking your time to be with us.
Yes.
Welcome. Thank you guys for inviting me. This was fun.
Absolutely. And I will see you Friday.
All right. See you Friday, girl.
Bye. All right.
Yeah, that was informative. Definitely go check her out. Everybody, around tax time, not to say it's a come up, but depending on your tax situation and what you've paid and what you haven't paid, it can be a step to your financial freedom if you would take some of that money that you get back and put it, they always say, have your money, make money. So before you go out and buy a big TV or buy another car, or things of that nature. You need to, one, stop and say, do I need this? Number one, and then number two, can I afford to invest this money so that it can make money for me? There's a ton of different opportunities out there that you can invest money with. Hey, you can start that business that you were thinking about with that money that you get from your taxes. But in any event, don't trick it away. You know what I'm saying? We're so good, especially my people. I'm going to be honest. My people, we love, and I've been guilty of that when I was younger in the past, but we'll trick money away on some very frivolous things. So keep that in mind. Get your money, keep your money, and make your money work for you, so that you don't have to slave at somebody else's business for the rest of your life. You're supposed to retire at what, 65, 70? By that time, I mean, you ain't doing too much at 65, 70 as it is. So make
enjoy it now.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Enjoy your life now.
Yeah. Also, as we always say, like I said, we started this because there was a lot of negativity concerning the Black community, considering the Asian community, and at times it almost seemed like they were trying to pit one another against each other. So this is our way of kind of shedding light on our communities, talking about things that might be taboo but need to be discussed. And once again, like I said, highlighting the role models out there that, people say, well, Black people don't have enough good role models except for entertainers and things of that nature. So we're out here to show you that there are role models and community leaders right around the corner if you just look. With that being said, do you have anything else? Yeah.
No.
No? You good?
Yeah. Oh, I do. What? It was real quick. What?
I haven't said a word.
Okay, never mind.
Say what, speak your mind.
No, I'm gonna share it later.
I don't know what that was about. I don't know what that was about right
Nothing.
there.
It's the cold. It's the cold.
It's cold as hell.
It's called the cold. It's called the cold. It's the brain freeze.
Mm.
No, but what I wanted to share tonight also, just go, and if you're interested, I will be teaching a 3-hour branding class on Saturday from 10 to 1. You will get everything you need to grow your business, to create those beautiful brands, to learn how to do promo videos, learn how to schedule your social media, time management, on how to make your business and your brand more visible online. And so I'm going to have a 3-hour course on that. So look out on my page. I will be going live shortly just to share a little bit more information on that. So
no doubt.
That's it.
No doubt.
That's what I wanted to say.
All right, guys. Stay tuned with us every Wednesday.
Yes.
We will have another guest speaker on.
Yes.
We're here, like I said, just to have some fun, get some communication going, and hopefully somebody might get a tidbit of information that improves their current situation.
Exactly.
But the pandemic is still out there, so
Be
what I'm
safe.
saying? Don't take that lightly.
Yes.
Be safe. Help one another, which is another important thing. White, Black, whatever you are, we are all human beings. So if you see someone that needs help, try your best to help out. And more than anything else, watch your six.
Absolutely.
On that note,
We'll see you next week.
we'll get out of here. Peace out.
Same time, same place.
Same bad time, same bad channel. You don't know. She don't know.